Hello punters and welcome to Centrebet's preview of the Sandown Guineas run on Saturday. I'm joined by Mick Sharkey, and Mick, this is an open, wide race. It always is, the Sandown Guineas, with the up-and-comers taking on those who have proven themselves throughout the carnival.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael, and it's a race where we've seen roughies win it many, many times. I remember Sender at about 60-1 5 or 6 years ago, winning the race and knocking everybody out of quaddie, so it might pay to go wide in this race.
People on the slide beat Saintly.
Oh, my dad won a fortune on that. He'll be pumped that you've mentioned people on the slide.
All right, let's have a look at this time in age, and it is Saturday, the feature, and the market sees it this way. And look, $4.20 Tatra is the favourite from the Snowden yard after a good run over the Flemington Carnival. $4.60 Lunar Rise was a good win from the Cummings stable, and then we move out to $5.50 Proverb, the stablemate of Tatra. Then it's wide open. You've got Alan Need, Eximius $9, and then you're out to $12 for gold medals, $14 for Edgewood. It's one of those races, Shark, where if you like something in this race, you're going to get value.
Absolutely, and the one I like is at value odds. Gold medals at $12, you mentioned there. Bill and Simon Wild, they won this race last year with So Swift, and a very similar style of horse. He got back and ran on really well. I think his lead-in race to this last year was through Hamilton. Well, Gold Medals has come off a very unlucky run at Stall when it should have won. Just jockey error probably cost it the best run in the race. Then it went to Flemington last week and was finishing off really strongly behind Eximius, who was a nice winner for Mick Price at 30-1, is also in this race. I think from barrier one, though, you'll see this horse get a lot closer than it has at its first two runs. It's been back to near last in those two runs from wide gates, but he's got gate speed, and that's important here. I think Michael Rod will have him sitting nice and handy, 4th, 5th or 6th. And at $12, I think he's a great each-way bet.
Gee, that's nice and juicy, the $12 for punters out there. Let me ask you about a couple of others who are at double-figure odds. What do you make of these horses, Edgewood and Hunger, who have been lightly raced?
Yeah, coming through a good sale series, the English series down there. Both of them ran well. Hunger won the race, of course. Look, I think it's a step down in form for those. There's some horses running around Friday, Jarrah Twist and the like, that come through the race. So perhaps if you like those two, just see how Jarrah Twist goes.
And what about the ones at the top of the market, Tatra, Lunar Rise and Proverb? How do you see those three?
Well, Tatra and Proverb from the Snowden Darley team, and they target this race year in, year out, and they've got a terrific record with winners and place getters. So of the two, I think Tatra is probably the one on form that you'd like to be on. The uphill mile at Sandown might be a slight query, and that plays into the hands of Proverb. He's a bit stronger. He's a 1,900-metre winner, but just doesn't have that really solid form line that Tatra does, and I think he can turn the tables on Lunar Rise.
Well, and Lunar Rise is another one that looks like the extra distance favours it, because it was coming back from longer distance races to win at the 1,600 last start.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything went Lunar Rise's way, though, that time at Flemington. He got plenty of room to move. Wound up off a strong early tempo. They slowed it up a little mid-race, but they'd done the damage early, and that allowed Lunar Rise to power over the top. He's got a wide barrier this time. It's not going to be easy.
So $12 your top tip. Where are the confidence levels?
Oh, look, I'm fairly confident.
Really?
I'd have a good each-way bet myself on him personally. Yeah, I think he'll run a nice race.
Well, there you go. We'll be giving you a gold medal if you can win. Gold medals at $12. Mick Sharkey's tip in the Sandown Guineas. Check out all the latest odds at centrebet.com.